Persona 5, a well-known franchise loved by many. I have played a couple of the Persona games before and also watched the Persona 5 TV show, but I found another Persona game that I've never heard of called Persona 5 Tactica, which was a surprisingly good spin-off that is similar to the Mario Rabbids game that came out a while ago. So, I decided to give it a shot. Without further ado, let us begin. I opened up the game for the first time ever, and my brain decided to go, hey buddy, you want a good video, right? Full of lots of content? Do the hardest game mode. So like Nike, I just did it, and entered my lore-accurate name, Delta Boy Tactica.
The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven.
Paradise Lost by John Milton. I have no idea who the heck John Milton is, but I'm sure he's a pretty cool guy, probably. Real champion. Freedom and justice. Japan flag. Our story starts off in Japan, of all places, where we see a young lady and an old man have a chit-chat about something which I'm sure doesn't relate to the story at all in any way, shape, or form. But after this little side chat, we finally meet the whole gang, which is Futaba, Haru, Ryuji, Yusuke, Makoto, and Morgana, and Anne. We continue to chat with the group until a news report shows up on the TV about some guy going missing, and then the TV gets all wiggly, and this happens.
Huh? The hell?
Oh, I love these models too, holy. It kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing, like a mix between Animal Crossing and the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game. Or like those old DS games for Pokemon.
Wow, it's floating. No, it's frozen in place.
So after time froze, the door to La Wishmacalit has an odd bullet symbol on it. So as any sane person would do, we went through the doors and found ourselves in a strange new world with wacky buildings and hat people who were being chased by other taller, scarier hat people. But these tall hat people don't like me when I'm dressed to impress, so they got mad jelly and wanted to duel me and my crew. But unlike normal Persona 5 combat, which if you've never played it, it's closely related to a mix between Honkai Star Rail and Pokemon combat, but in Persona 5 Tactica, you have to position your units to eliminate targets while maintaining your health bar, like a game of chess. The first fight was a breeze, mainly because it was the tutorial, but after we finished fighting, the tall scary hat guys called out for this lady Marie person who showed up in a souped up shoebox and decided to like talk about how we were bad for not listening to her and blah blah blah. But after a long monologue about us being brats, she kidnapped everyone except for me and Morgana. But she hooked us onto the back of her souped up shoebox and dragged us through the city. There was really nothing we could do. Our crew was brainwashed and kidnapped. Morgana and I were trapped. The end was near for the Phantom Thieves. Or was it? Boom shakalaka, random woman to the rescue, yeah! Turns out, this random woman is the leader of a rebellion that is fighting against the wannabe Princess Bubblegum, so she helped us escape and took us to a rebel hideout that looks a little familiar, but I really can't put my finger on why. So after some time discussing our next moves and learning the strange woman's name is actually Irina, we, the Phantom Thieves, made an agreement to become allies until the pink prosecutor is finally taken down. Thank God a thesaurus is a thing. After we finished talking, we went to see Lady Lavenza, aka Lavi, for a quick second to see what she needed, which wasn't anything too important at the time. But after that, we devised a plan to infiltrate the prison where the rest of the Phantom Thieves were being held. But first, we had to take a detour around the outer edge of the wall so we didn't get caught. We made it to the front of the prison, and since it was guarded by the Legionnaires, Julio, hit the battle music, cause it's fighting time, woo! I'm gonna get on this close corner. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to do that one. So then, I can run up here, hit him with my gun. That's a crit, and then I can hit him with my gun again to kill him. Oh, what the? I'm kind of worried though. I think I kill him here. We should be okay. Yeah, okay. That was a little scary because Morgana got really low there. After steamrolling the guards outside of the prison, we finally made our way in to try and save our friends, but we ran into someone we weren't expecting. Dude, I'm looking fly. Keys are just sitting there.
In there!
Who's that? Is that Fox?
We've come to save you.
You've come to what?
Wait, is that the guy that got kidnapped in the beginning?
That's not.
Who are you?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Is that Phoenix, right?
So you're telling me this man isn't a phantom thief? Joker, do you even recognize him?
Really?
Well, in that case, just who did we free?
Hey, so remember the news report about the missing dude? Yeah, that guy is Toshiro. He was also apparently taken into this whack job Wonderland for some reason that I am also sure doesn't relate to the story in any way, shape, or form. But after we freed Mr. Toshiro, two of the brainwashed phantom thieves decided to pay us a visit. This was the first real fight I had that actually took some brain power, so one of my crewmates pointed out that there was an odd-looking flag on the high ground, and we needed to find a way to break it. But the two brainwashed babes were protecting it from us, so I decided that I would try to play the long game and lure the enemies to me so I could whittle down their numbers before pushing for an all-out attack. I'm gonna stand here because then it's more steps. We're gonna persona this. Can I run you up, Arts? No, I cannot. Okay. End the turn here. Here comes the heal. Okay, I did a lot of damage. Okay, she's gonna use her ability. It's gonna do a lot of damage to me though. 62, okay. Then what I'm gonna do, it pushed Joker into a really good spot. Okay, I didn't do enough damage to count though. As a kill. Okay, perfect. Alright, so what am I gonna do now? I'm going to move around here, use gun, pow. Did I get her? So, you know how we were gonna, like, try to beat the two brainwashed phantom thieves? Apparently, they just don't stay down when you knock them out! After we thought we were dead meat, Irina the surprise master apparently has herself a magic flag of her own. So, we made a plan to try and stop the brainwashing by replacing Marie's flag with our own. So, Operation Flag Switch was a go.
Let's move.
Ooh, nice one. Way to go, Joker. Oh, sweet. So her persona is like a flag, I guess. Finally, we managed to get back to our friends, and after we got to the hideout, we questioned them on what happened, and they revealed that they saw a door that would take us home. So, we planned to save the rest of the Phantom Thieves, stop Marie, and go back home once and for all. Wait, hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's Lavi. She wants to see us again and tell us about persona merging, which I guess is cool. But the reason why it's so worth doing is because look how cute Lavi looks while making them. Aww. Yo. Dude, Nintendo was cooking when they made this game. Holy. Fused Kelpie. That's so cool though. Anyways, after we merged some personas, one of the rebellion members found out where Ryuji and Haru were, so that's where we were off to next. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, Delta, where are you guys going? to an armory with explosives. Where else? A freaking cake shop? Anyways, this was probably one of my favorite missions because we had to escort Mr. Phoenix Wright to the drop-off zone to continue through the armory without getting lost. After we got inside, we did some exploding ourselves and went towards the inner chamber where Haru and Ryuji were, and now, it's game time. Grana. That would get him. Yeah, that would hit a lot of people too. I got a good spread on everybody here. Might as well do this while I'm low. Okay, broke the flag. Now is our chance. Irina made a dash for it, but ended up getting blasted in the arm before placing the flag, removing Marie's brainwash thingy. We made it back to the hideout, and the cafe was looking a lot more lively. We had most of the crew back, except for Makoto and Yusuke, but it felt like we were finally making progress on taking down Marie. All we needed were the troops, and we would be set. So one of the scouts gave information to Irina about how Marie was making a 300-story wedding cake the size of the Eiffel Tower. Who's gonna eat all that? Who knows? So we set out to the big cake since Yusuke and Makoto were probably there. This was one of my hardest challenges. Since there was so much high ground, I absolutely could not pass up the chance of doing what Obi-Wan did right. He took the high ground. But after that, I had to sacrifice 3 of my 4 characters that I was allowed to have just barely skim by with Haru. Okay, I was gonna say, I barely made it past the first one. I don't think I can take a second round. Like, that first round was tough. How do you headshot with a grenade launcher?
We've almost broken through. Everyone, just one more push.
Oh no.
This ends now.
Oh, she dead. Not quite past Delta. That was just a scratch. About the size of a bowling ball. In her stomach. But at least we managed to get the flag in place, so we cleared the area, saving both Makoto and Yusuke. Which is great. So now we have the numbers. We had all the Phantom Thieves. So it was time to raid the castle to kick some Marrie flavored gum. Just like Dick Kickum. We stormed the castle with grace, and we were ready to crash the wedding she apparently has been planning. I'm not sure I was supposed to know that, like seriously. The cake, the ungodly amount of signs, the fact she's in a wedding dress just never clicked for me. But now we made it to the final battle, my squad versus Marie, which let me tell ya, this boss was probably the easiest walk in the park ever. Like, I don't know why, but every other level up until this one was really hard. Took hours upon hours to defeat. And then I first tried Marie's boss fight. But hey, who cares? The fight's over, and we finally won. The only thing left to do was, go home. So here we... Wait, this isn't Japan. Or Kansas.